Hello, dear friends. We are glad to welcome you in our today's live conversation at Allatra TV Middle East. Just before we start, I'd like to address to you, our dear viewers, please feel free to comment the video, ask questions in our YouTube chat, because the most interesting questions will be asked at the end of our conversation. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and invite them also to participate in future live conversations. And if you share it on our social networks, please add two hashtags, hashtag Creative Society and hashtag allatraunites. So for those of you who just joined our live conversation today and don't know what is going on right now, I'd like to tell you that Allatra International Public Movement just recently launched a huge, unique project, which is called Creative Society. And people from over 180 countries of the world are conducting social surveys in regards to find out how do people envision a creative society, a society where each person in the world is happy, and whether people like and want to live in a society like that. So today's live conversation, I'll be hosting together with Alina. Hello, Alina.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone from Dubai. We have a special guest from the United Arab Emirates tonight. But before we start, I would like to explain you the goal of our daily live broadcasts. Actually, we want to know and to get a friend of every human being on earth and to invite everyone to our studio. And to achieve it, we use the theory of 6 handshakes. This is a social theory according to which each of us knows another person in this world, every person in this world, through 6 or less relationships only. And we would really like to test this theory. And to prove that it is working, we are very happy to introduce you to our special guest today. This is Sami Al Herbawi from Dubai. Sami is a famous public speaker and a public speaking mentor. So, Sami, good evening. We are very happy to have you tonight in our studio. And please tell our viewers, tell our audience more about yourself.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depends on your time zone. My name is Sami Al Herbawi. I was born and brought up in Dubai, and I'm so pleased to be part of this interview and this beautiful show. I look forward to the coming 45 minutes or so to take the audience through a quick story of who I am and just to know what kind of character they're about to interact with. Let me summarize myself in a very simple way. I am a sum of all people I met, experiences I had, and food I tried. I was born many years ago. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly when for confidentiality and some personal branding purposes, but I was belonging to the generation who watched Arnold, the Terminator, and Rambo, and I've always been fascinated as a kid with their muscles and body shape. I thought when I grow up, I'll have the same muscles, but I didn't know I have to work it out. When I grew up as a teenager, I felt so jealous of this actor called Michael Douglas. How dare he date Catherine Zeta-Jones when my eyes were on her? As a professional character, I loved Jim Rohn, the motivational speaker, the motivational and mentor. If anyone didn't hear about Jim Rohn, just Google his name. I don't know, all my life I wanted to be like Jim Rohn. Something went wrong in the process, found myself to be more of Jim Carrey than Jim Rohn. But my life has been a movie. Started with a beautiful career, established myself well in the domain of marketing and business development, but then ventured into different areas, public speaking, leadership, but it wasn't all happily bubbly journey. In the recent years, you've seen the world faced with globalization, warm, what do you call it? The earth is warmed and the water level is increased around the beaches. They blame it on what do you call it? Help me with the word.
Global
The
warming.
global warming.
Yeah,
Guess
global
what?
climate changes actually.
It's not true. Basically, the scientists were having this water level increase and they couldn't find a way to explain why the water was increased. The reality is, it was me crying in the beach for years. My life had been gone through a lot of stories that made me cry a lot. I cried so much on the beach that I caused the water level growing up. I have been through challenges ins and out over the past 10 years. But what I discovered through that is the moment when I started dealing with people who lift me up, people who put me together when I was broken. I am a product of the people who came in my way of life, who made me who I am today and put me in the right direction. Today, I am someone who is a product of thinking from what's been happening to me to what's been happening for me. So whatever I'm going to share with you today and answering all the questions, these are experimental knowledge from real life scenarios, from a person who was bleeding, from a person who faced emotional drama, financial drama, work-related drama, and managed to venture throughout, not because of his skills and talent and superiority and sense of humor or any other skills. It's because the people around me who kept on motivating me and made the difference in my life. Now, ready for your questions.
Thank you so much, Sami. Thank you. It's amazing. And we are very happy to have you with us today. And as you know, so many people, as you interact with many human beings in this world, of different nationalities, of different countries, can you please answer our first question? What do you think unites all people on this planet, despite their nationalities, despite their races, despite their religions? What unites all of us internally?
Especially when you use the word internally. Guess what? We all have the same immune system. We all have the same breathing system. We all have the same digesting system. We all have the same heart. By the way, we all have the same heart almost in the same location, except with minority. We all have the same mechanics. Now, here is what is so special about us. We all breathe the same air. We all think using the same brain. But some of us learn the art of breathing. They made better use of oxygen that comes into their body. Some people learned the art of meditation, made better use of the thoughts that comes to their mind. Some didn't use these talents and research, and therefore they breathe air, but they don't really get oxygen. They eat food, but they don't get the necessary calories. They think a lot, but they don't have control over their thoughts. So what really unites us internally is that we have the will. We all have the will. Not a single human being does not have the will to be whatever he or she wants to be. Sometimes we give up this will for reasons that we know and reasons we don't know. But we all have the will to be the best we want to be.
Thank you very much, Sami. It's very interesting point of view, and for sure we have a possibility actually to be the ones who we want to be, and we do have tools. It's just the only thing is to use them, right? So, as the topic of our today's conversation is the way to happy life, I would like to ask you as well one question: like, how do you envision a society where you would be happy, and not just you, but your loved ones, your family, friends, and every person on the planet? How do you see the society like that?
So I would take a scenario that if I get to have a nap and I choose a dream I want of perfect society, right?
Yeah, so probably the perfect society where each person in the world is happy, is, you know.
So I like to answer this using a metaphor. If you took a stone from the mountain, just a solid stone, You look at it from all the angles, it looks the same. It feels the same. All the angles are just the same. It's a stone. But you take a crystal stone, it will all sparkle in every corner of it. Every corner will look different. Every corner will look unique, but it will sparkle as much as the other corner sparkles in the crystal or in the diamond stone. Ladies who are wearing it will look at their ring now and see. You look at every corner of the diamond stone, it sparkles. Why? Because every individual corner is unique by itself. The perfect society is the society that has individuality respected as much as the unity of the society. The society that wants everyone to be unique and exceptional, but living in harmony with their society. A society that doesn't want all of us to look like printed copies of 100 dirham coin or 500 dirham coin or 1,000, depends on our value, but we all look the same. A society that encourages individuals to be what they wanted to be, what they created to be, what they potentially have and they would be. As they're being kids, they are grown to be a corner in this beautiful diamond shining crystal stone that makes every corner of it so unique, so magnificent. And guess what? What is so special about diamond stones? They cannot be replicated. They cannot be duplicated. Every stone is so unique. So every society can be also so unique with the uniqueness of the individual inside it. Only if we did not want to polish everyone and make everyone look the same, exactly identical of what we think the perfect individual looks like.
Thank you very much. That's a very deep understanding, actually.
I'm not into this field of jewelry and all that. Yeah, I never bought a stone. So
Thank you very much. It's a beautiful metaphor. And yeah, speaking about such a society, we live in the 21st century and we all want to be happy and still believe in the society that we have a lot of wars in this world, a lot of violence, a lot of aggression. Can you tell us what's your opinion? How we people can overcome this problem? And maybe you can give us an example from your life of very successful, very creative cooperation with other people, with peace, with mutual understanding as a solution for conflict or for aggression or for other kind of not peaceful solutions, let's say so.
So this means we are going for the next 5 hours, guys. Fasten your seatbelts.
Great.
Okay, let me take the audience here. I want to give an answer that can fit all type of audience we have: kids, teenagers, elders, employees, boys and girls, everyone around the world. Let's take this example. Every time we speak, we cover 4 objectives. Either we exchange information, or we exchange opinion, what I think is right, what you think is right, or we exchange good time, or we exchange hopes and dreams. If you look at any conversation, either I'm trying to convince you that I'm better than you, or you're better than this, or that's better than you, or you are, or maybe I'm trying to give you a positive influence. I'm trying to motivate you, but that's also influencing. Or I'm trying to give you an information, exchange information, telling you that I was born in Dubai. This is a piece of information I'm sharing with you. Or maybe I'm talking just now, we are talking about happy tomorrow. We are getting inspired about what the society can be. Now the point is, or maybe we're just discussing just to make each other feel respected and welcomed, and then we have a relationship. So what happens in our life is that we have conversations within our minds that are neglected. We rarely have conversations with ourselves. Whoever is having violence with others have not yet met himself or herself. They live together, but they've never met. They're in the same house, but they never met. They never spoken. Sometimes I myself was a victim of it at some point in time. I never know what I need to eat and what I shouldn't eat. I never know what I should do and what I shouldn't do that is bad to myself. Guess why? because I never listen to myself. Why would I need to listen to myself when I'm the one doing the talking? So the first point is, when I understand that I am always talking to myself about which subject, am I always inspiring myself? Am I always putting hope to myself? Am I always putting information into myself, gaining knowledge? The conversation with myself, am I reading things and applying new strategies? Am I challenging my comfort zone? Am I aiming for a better person tomorrow? Or am I settled where I am? I know that I don't have this kind of conversation with myself. What kind of persuasive conversations do I have with myself? That I can do it, that I'm worth it, that I'm a champion, or that I'm not capable of doing it, that I'm not loved or not belonging. I need to compromise. What else can I do? I can accept with any job as long as I'm accepted. What kind of conversations are we having within ourselves? So if you ask me the question of what will make peace around the world, is the peace within. I didn't learn this and then manifested this. It's been taught by coaches around the world, and I've been one of the students only who learned that from the time I spent alone crying, I learned that that is the time when I started to talk to myself. What do I want? And what do I don't want? What do I need? What do I don't need? And what's good for me and what's not good for me? And when the minute I found the harmony within, guess what? I found the harmony with everybody else. I started to find it with the enemy and the friend. And little by little, I have no more enemies. Because the enemy is the one that makes you awaken about your imperfection and aim for improving it, is actually your friend. He's doing you a great favor already. So if you ask me, what would need to do in this world for every war and conflict to stop? 3 simple things, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong about it. Let me make this very clear. Not that I believe I'm wrong, but I could be wrong. In fact, I was wrong once or twice before. Yeah. I know how it feels. It doesn't feel good, I know, but I could be wrong. So what would be the first one? Conversations with ourselves that make us feel better about ourselves every single day. Constant conversations with ourselves that makes us feel better about ourselves. Our characters, our uniqueness, our individualities, our passion, our dreams, our strength, our everything. The second pillar, which I believe will stop violence around the world. Conversations between you and someone that make you feel better. So if I'm having conversations with people that makes me feel better, I'm going to avoid the people who make me feel sad, who make me feel depressed. There are people, unfortunately, who aim just to prove their point, to debate and prove that they are right and you are wrong and you got it all wrong. Now, unfortunately, sometimes I'm a victim of that. But if that persuading is positive, then great. But it's negative, then it's not. So the second pillar is having conversations with other people that makes us feel better about ourselves. Guess what's the third one is? Having conversations with others that makes them feeling better about themselves. This is what I do 24 hours. And if you ask me what's the way for a happy life, conversations with myself that makes me feel better, conversations with others that makes me feel better, and conversations with others that makes them feel extremely better.
So basically that reminded me of the main idea of many philosophical knowledge from the ancient civilizations, that everything starts from the question who you are. And then you find this question, then you really find peace within yourself. It's very easy to find peace around and peace with other people, because then you are happy entirely, then you are happy, and then you are in peace with yourself. You will not look for the conflict with other people. And
can I just comment on something on what you just said?
Yeah.
Yes, to comment on exactly what you said. Once I found the inner of mine, the inner peace of mind, the uniqueness of mine, you know what happened to me? I got so excited to tell others about how unique they are. So today when I talk to someone, and I can't wait for the moment when that person is going to see how unique they are, the way I saw myself.
Like you started to see only the best in other people.
That's the only thing I can see.
You just skip anything what is not positive and you really see only the best in other people. But how amazing is that the knowledge which was given to us centuries before, and they put the same knowledge in the contemporary and modern words, and we come to the same understandings. And isn't it really awesome? Thank you so much, Sami, for your understandings.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's a, really great example of not just a positive way of thinking, but also positive, probably vision of life in general. And once you see the best qualities of the person that you are interfering with, right? The person that you were talking to, for example, or mentoring, or just got to know for once in your life, but you see the best in them, you can encourage them for the better, which is great. And Sami, coming back to the topic of creative society, like your vision of creative society, could you please tell us how do you see, for example, healthcare and education systems? How would they work? How would they function? And what would they look like in a society where each person is happy? For example, maybe what can be changed in the current systems of healthcare and education that can improve and develop those systems for the better to serve the humanity the best way?
Now, that's a pretty much complicated and difficult question to be asked to someone who has absolutely no experience in these two sectors. My answer to this will have to be from what I'm experiencing on the ground. Today, in the COVID-19 pandemic around the world, we see the value of the frontliners, right? We see how much respect we never had for them. Allow me to say that. We never had respect for frontliners the way we have now. We used to look at them as just another job on the market. Today, I'm talking from my experience in Dubai, and I think Alina will agree with me. Today, we eat because there are drivers on the road delivering our food. Today, we eat because the grocery shop delivers the food to us and keeping us safe. Today, we live because there are sectors called logistics, healthcare, and other critical took the chance not to resign from their job and take a back seat at home when they had the choice to do so, and decided to take a front seat and do their best job. And we noticed, I'll speak of the experience in UAE, we noticed how the government here appreciated the frontliners and offered them a 10 years visa, golden visa, phenomenal appreciation. Examples like Russia, how they increased their salaries. Examples like people started to create that awareness. What I believe in these two systems, the education and healthcare, I believe in my humble personality and specifically my area of expertise. We need a little motivation. The nurses and doctors need to learn the art of motivation, because part of their healing process, besides the medicine, is the positivity they spread around the patients. And I've seen many nurses and doctors who are talented, but I don't think it's part of their education. And then on the educational side, our lovely teachers. It's not that it still hurts how you pay. I was punished as a kid, and that I want to take revenge today. It hurts a lot in a lot of areas where you used to hit me. But teachers, I think we also lack of motivation. We are into perfectionists, we are into marks, we are into a lot of KPIs, but we seek motivation. A conversation with a teacher and a kid can make the next Einstein or the next Mother Teresa or the next leader around this world. A simple conversation. I have met so many friends, their teachers were harsh on them, and until today they can't believe they can do anything in this world, because what you teach a kid stays for a lifetime. So what I see, the two sectors need to have motivation as an art, as a content, as a study, as a science. Motivation from a science point of view. I have many of my friends who are happiness experts, experts in happiness in corporate world. And I learned from them that happiness is a science. Happiness is not something that happened to you. It's something that you create and you practice that creates hormones, that has a science behind it. Doctors and nurses and teachers need to know that the smile you put in your face moves muscles in others' faces, not just in your face. It creates hopes. When I make you smile, you breathe better. You have better digesting system. You have better immune system. I can become a COVID-19 antibiotic to you if I make you laugh more often.
This
and it's
positivity.
science proven. It's science proven. It's not just me coming up with a statement of my own. My friends showed me facts, and when I exposed to this, I was like, wow, happiness is a vaccine that we can create.
But so isn't it known to people? I think that people heard about it for years, but don't really practice it in everyday life. What do you think?
I'll tell you why. Because we're too busy proving others wrong and us being right. We are too busy persuading things has to do this way or else doesn't go that way. If you want to open a social media platform today, a Facebook page, you will have hundreds of opinions what you should do right and what you should do wrong. I was astonished when a friend of mine said, just start. Wrong or right, you learn in the process. And he was the best mentor for me, because whatever I was scared of, the answer was, well, if you're so scared, really scared, completely scared, then give it a try. Because that would be a reason why you wouldn't want to explore it. And I take this example as a speaker when I want to deliver a speech, as a moderator if I want to moderate an event. I always challenge myself to try something new. But when we are so or already logically processed, logically channeled, then every conversation we have with our loved ones or our friends, or it's all about falling into the criticizing, debating, are you crazy? And it hurts me when I see people who are married, have children, and if you take a snapshot, a movie snapshot of their day, it's always proving to his wife that she is not better cook than his mom, proving to his kids that why aren't they as good as their cousins? Let me ask you a question. This really been fascinating me a lot. Give me a name of a very successful person in this world. Just give me a name.
Buddha?
No, successful person. Don't take me through spiritual and someone beyond human concept. Take me a successful figure.
Well, it's difficult to say who is really successful, because you see successful mask, like a person looking rich and wealthy.
Someone you respect. Give me.
Honestly, difficult to say. Kate, maybe you say something.
Our audience, can you pick a name? Pick a name of someone ideal in the world.
We can Google.
Who will be on top? Come on. Someone other than Sami Herbawi. Okay, I know one other than me.
Let's take you as an example. It will be more interesting for our viewers.
No, the thing is, if I will take, for example, Messi. Okay, Messi is very famous character. Okay, sorry, Real Madrid guys, other non-Messi fans, but let's take Messi. Iconic figure. Cristiano Ronaldo, iconic figure. You never see anyone comparing his son to Cristiano Ronaldo's son. But if he does that, then his son will become the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He will only compare his son with his cousin, belongs to the same family, that's going to meet next week. He wants his son to be the best in the class where he has 20 other students. He doesn't want his son to be better than Cristiano Ronaldo's son. So when we look at the successful iconics around the world, the celebrities, the people who are really having the best education, when we come to look at our kids or our families, we don't compare to them. We compare to our surrounding. Why? Because it's not about being the best of myself. It's just being better than you at every point in time. Proving that
it's a competition between parents, basically, not really that you wish the best for your child.
Which is exactly a waste of time, a waste of life, and a waste of wrong KPI. It's like a company comparing itself to the companies facing it in the same area when they are actually competing globally. It's always when I want to improve better. As a speaker today, I watch Morgan Freeman more than anyone else in this world because I like his style of speaking. I like his voice. I want to become, that's my standard. So I set my standard and I encourage all my friends and mentees to follow the same way. Don't take me as a role model. Find yourself a role model better than me, 100 times better than me. Just because I'm the one shining in front of you now as a mentor doesn't mean I'm the only star in this world. I would be the smallest of these all stars. There will be much more better people than me. But find that comparison. Compare your kids and family members and life to higher standards. That would make a complete difference. And it's something we take by practice. I wasn't born this way. I was someone who was the victim of all what you just said.
Sami, how would you comment on the following phrase? I heard it several times in my life, and it really made me change my mind about many aspects. That the only person with whom a human being should compete in this life is you yesterday. What do you think about it?
I can't agree more. You know, this word leads me to a very interesting point I want to share with you. Absolutely. You know why I am the best? I am the most competitive person to myself, and I need to constantly compete myself. Because in my opinion, there is a better risk challenging humanity much more than COVID-19 or much more any other disease. In my opinion, I call it comfort zone. If I don't compare myself, constantly challenge myself minute after minute, hour after hour, I'm gonna, even if I'm the best performer in my show, I will always fall in the comfort zone. And I'll say something now that might shock some of the audience, especially close friends of mine. By the way, I'm someone also, very close friends of mine know exactly how much they don't know about me. I'm not somebody who's exposed to everyone and anyone, because I believe there are so much of information belongs to me that should belongs to me, and it can be shared only with selective people who needs it at some point in time. Not everything I know will be always said. So my philosophy now is going to come into existence. I believe now, and this might shock everyone. I hope it doesn't really scare you, but I believe I'm the best speaker in this world. And I believe I'm the best mentor in this world. And I believe I'm the most successful person in this world. Now, I believe this, I say this in public in front of, I hope, hundreds or millions, or whoever will see it in the future. Some will say, well, Sami, isn't that a little exaggerating? Based on what you think I'm the best speaker? Well, I'm the best speaker according to my standard. I have conducted a competition within myself, and I won it. I'm the best. I conducted this competition every day, and I win it. And I'm the best.
The biggest enemy of a human being is a thought of hesitation in himself, right?
Absolutely. You know, you just said, you stole my line. You stole my line.
No, really? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because what I was about to say is that I am the best now, but what about after 1 minute? You see, I can always be the best. Tomorrow, will I be the best? Day after tomorrow, I can claim now to be the best speaker in the world. Now, I said the statement. Now we are in the future moment. Am I still the best? Others are also improving. And if I will settle down and say I'm the best, then I fall into the real cancer. I believe the real cancer of this 21st century is the comfort zone. The comfort zone that the society teach us that once you're married and have kids, settle down, don't take risk. And teach your kids to be safe and always be safe, and don't play with the sand, you'll get dirty. Don't play with the stones, you'll get injured. And playing with the sand and the stones are going to make us better with a stronger immune system.
It's like freedom of choice, which we are stealing from our children as from the birth. Because of this over control, this brings finally to the fact that all humanity hesitates in every action, in every word, even in every good action we are going to do, we start to hesitate. Am I going to do it well? Is it worth doing it? And then just do it. Do it if you believe it's good.
Yeah, nice, continuous action, right?
Can't agree more, absolutely.
That's amazing. Thank you, Sami. Kate?
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a, really full, probably answer to this question of what I've heard, until this point. And also, I would like to ask another question in regards to the society that we are talking today about. What do you think? How should social assistance and, for example, work conditions look like in a creative society? So, should a person work just like they do today for 8, 9, 10, or even more hours every day, like have these 2 days off, and they have no time for family, for personal development, for traveling and stuff like that? Or should it be changed? For example, at this point of time, we're thinking about like moving to a 4 hour day, 4 hour work day, and 4 days a week. So the spare time could be spent on more working, if a person loves his job and wants to do that, or for example for personal development, for spending time with kids, friends, family, for traveling as well. So what do you think about work conditions and social assistance in a creative society? How do you envision it?
And also maybe we can also touch here topic of the choice of the profession.
Oh
How
yeah.
should it look in the creative society?
Now, this is, I can't even describe this question. You're asking me to envision the future, which I need to, my crystal ball, where is my crystal ball? We all see that working hours around the world are something that is governmentally authorized. There are scientists and people I can't even be qualified to be their students who are discussing this kind of matters. So I'm not going to comment from the working hours perspective. I'm going to comment from my personal philosophy perspective. Today, with having most of the time we are locked at home, for once in our life, we started to feel the meaning of having 24 hours in a day. We never had this feeling before. We will fall asleep for 8 hours. We will drive for 2 hours to the office. We will spend 45 minutes every 1 hour to have coffee and conversations with others. We are already in the workplace worried about who's talking about me, who's tapping into my back. Let me act like I'm working hard. And unfortunately, as a consultant in corporates, I've seen it. I've seen actors more than performers, because I'm always scared of who's looking at me. So now when we are looking at the hours being shrinked, being 4 hours, productivity will certainly increase, because simply we will not have time for a break. We will not have time for gossiping. So obviously productivity will increase. But the point here is, I want to emphasize on the individuality. I am not a fan of somebody considering himself as an employee working for 4 hours, then I want to have a time with the family. What is the definition of time with the family? Are you motivating them? Are you making your better half, which always the wife, are you making the better half feeling better? Is it time with the family you are criticizing the food being served, or you are complimenting it? Are you spreading hope in the kids in the house? Are you making them the best companions ever? Are you encouraging respect in the family? What are we doing with the 24 hours that makes the whole society different? It's not just about work. In my opinion, I am an employment in a humanity for 24 hours by 7. I can't take a break from being a human. I can't say, well, today is Sunday, it's off day. I can't be human today. I need to be an alien. I need to be selfish at least for once a week. It's not the way it works. Every time I have a conversation, if I'm having a conversation with you, Elena, I cannot say, well, sorry, we are talking on Tuesday. I can't motivate you. I only motivate you on Wednesday. Wednesday and Sundays is my motivational talk. So you feel down, talk to me on these 2 days. Now talk to me about something else. I can't. I have to be myself. If I see you feeling low, being depressed for any reason, I can't simply say, okay, fine, let's go to our interview preparation because I don't feel like the vibes coming from you are my mood today. I can't do that. It's either I care about being a human being 24 hours by 7, or I don't 24 hours by 7. And those who are connected to 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours work, and out of work, I can't do anything related to a kind of, ego of my work and my family, and they're splitting it. I tell them, please reconsider. Because if you split it, that means you're not enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying work, trust me, you're not enjoying home, because you are at home cursing work. Anyone who's not enjoying work will be complaining about it at home. He won't be complimenting his wife or complimenting his kids or complimenting his country for whatever. And I speak on behalf of the entire world. If a social media influencer don't like this is another example, the social media influencer around the world. Do they have working hours? Absolutely not. They're 24 hours alerted on their personal image. They take videos, stories, YouTube stories, Instagram stories, their grandma's stories. They keep on sharing different stories because their business is based on living this expertise. You never see a social media expert saying, I'm taking a break. Yes, they might take 3 weeks break, but they are also working in this time of break. They're not really settled. So I believe work and life are not separated. They are together. They are balanced. But it's how we do it that makes a difference. Are we inspiring? I see many managers who like to control more than to delegate. I see more managers who want to fire for the sake of firing because it makes them feel good or makes their number feel good, regardless whether it makes the business feel good or not. I'm not against firing, but I'm not also with hiring just for playing of game of personal ego or numbers. I am with doing the right thing for the right purpose. And that is the beautiful balance. And it's something we have to practice. And it's my job not to change the societies, but it's my job to take every opportunity to spread and build the seeds that might grow later after our time. But as a human being presented on this beautiful planet called Earth, and I have certain amount of years, days, moments to spend, I have learned over the past unknown years of my life that I have a mission which I can't compromise on, a mission that I will live and die for, which is spreading hope, motivating others, and make every individual better every time I meet them. This is my mission. Should anyone wish to adopt it, welcome to my journey. It's a beautiful journey and I love it.
We love it too. Thank you, Sami. And the choice of your profession is not occasional. As a person who decided to be a public speaker, you definitely know and understand how important the human being word is. And from this point of view, I would love to ask you, what's the best way to inform people about such an initiative as a project Creative Society? What's the best way to spread this word in the world?
Now, I love the 5, is it 5 or 6 handshake?
Six handshake, but
through the social media, through the social media, it's
anymore,
even less. Yeah, sorry.
But it's not handshake anymore. Be clear, huh?
Yeah.
I came to learn about you through the lady who introduced me to you. If I have not established the relationship, the respect and the support of that person, she wouldn't have seen my character and she wouldn't have nominated me in that cycle. So I still believe that this is an effective, proven way of spreading the knowledge. It's the 5 or the 6 handshake. But with the 6 handshake, I want to add the 6 key words. The words that can make the movement of this organization systematic, momentum, and inspiring. Look, it's not about talking about what the world is missing. It's not about talking about what is wrong and what's the wrong perception and why aren't people can understand what are we trying to say. No, it's about reaching out to those who are willing to change. Because Jim Rohn once said, and I love Jim Rohn, I have been listening to him since 2004. My first most amazing gift, life-changing gift, was a gift a person gave it to me, was a stereo tape. Now, some of our audience might be wondering, what's the stereo tape? Yeah, I expect that. Them. Don't worry, I will not elaborate more because then you will say, what's the stereo? Well, you can Google it. A stereo tape that was talking about Jim Rohn of 1 hour motivational talk. And one significant point he said, people cannot change themselves. We cannot change people, but people can change themselves. So I will keep my relationship strong, solid with a lot of people. Technically, everyone, everybody. But I will not enforce them to change. Give them their time. I took my time to change. It took me 12 years to practice public speaking, to be the person I am today. It took a lot of people to mentor me and coach me and support me and believe in me to be who I am today. I can't come to you and say, tomorrow you have 12 hours to get like me. You also need your time. You also need your time on stage to be a good speaker. You need your time as a personal thinking to form your own philosophy. So during this time, I need to give you love. I need to give you respect. And I need to give you time. I need to stop judging you. So when the organization started to spread word of mouth by stop judging societies, stop judging individuals, stop judging ourselves, and just spread that movement to have more people who share respect, more people who share love, and less time of trying to persuade things that are just because this is the way we define it. I believe this organization today, it's the first time I came across it. I only came to know about it like 5 days ago. But today, I feel like I belong to it. I feel like I'm one of you. I can sense the value system that we have. I feel that this is an amazing, I myself more than happy to nominate the amazing people that significantly changed my life to come into an interview like this and share their pearls of wisdoms, the wisdom that they shared with me and made me who I am. Because I am nothing but the sum of all what I've been through, the people I meet, and guess what? The food I eat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you with us tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
I also wanted to ask one question. Sami, what do you think? How important it is right now to raise such topics, such questions as the creative society, as the society where each person is happy? How important it is nowadays to make people think about it?
I think, okay, I will tell you another part of my philosophy that matches the answer to this question. What do you think the mission of every single human being now? What's the life purpose of every single human being today? There is one single life purpose, that anyone neglecting it is actually disrespecting humanity and deciding not to do his work, is to spread hope. Spreading hope is the mission, is the only mission that we need to dedicate ourselves to it. If you are not a frontliner, if you are not a delivery officer delivering food, if you are not logistic guy delivering medicine and food, then put your extra time that you have in spreading hope, in giving people better hope for a better future, for better themselves. And I believe, I'm a solid believer, that today this is every single human mission. And your movement is simply doing that. Such an interview today allowed me to expose my opinion to, I hope, hundreds of thousands to come. I'm not looking at the viewers, so I'm not influenced by that. Oh, the numbers are increasing. Let me say better words. But your show today is going to make the difference tomorrow. I have been a product of the people around me. I'm going to expose you to them, help you listen from them. And that is going to open a vast measure of wisdom and secrets of success and happiness to spread around. I would love to connect you to all the people I know, because this made me who I am. And you and your audience are now part of my dreams and passion, because I thought I'm the only one speaking that words I've said today, but looks like we're all in agreement. Looks like there is a bigger community out there that I can reach. And I have decided to reach through attending meetings online, through reaching out to people from all around the world, sense their genuinity and passion, and put that extra flame of passion in it and help them become better than whatever they can. And guess what? It paid tremendously, emotionally, financially, and even personally, at personal content. At the end of every day, when I close my eyes and I take a nap and I tell myself, I've done all I can today, and I'm ready to do all I can tomorrow. And that creates the ultimate happiness. I have reached a level where I don't feel the problems I have. I isolate myself from my problems. You know why? Because I learned the most beautiful formula of success and happiness in this world. And this is not my own talk. This is what I learned from my experience. We as humans are living in a universe that is structured to not allow you to solve your problem. No one has the capability to solve his own problems. But we have the capabilities and the skills and what it takes to solve someone else's problem. So the minute I stopped solving my problems and I focused on who needs my help that I can extend, guess what happens to my problems? They turn to be opportunities. They dissolve as I was evolved. I stopped worrying about my income. I started worrying about someone else's income, and my income automatically got stable. I stopped worrying about my issues and helped others conquer their issues. My issues resolved, vanished, evaporated. And I strongly believe that a movement like yours is going to make a significant difference, not only at people's life, but at my life. Because now I have more responsibility and I have more benchmarking to my activities, and I'm going to be even one step away from my own comfort zone. And whoever will follow that, we will create that perfect society that is crystal stone, diamond stone that shines and sparkles from every single corner, yet not a single corner looks the same. They're different, but unique. They're pure, but unique. They are so special. They are so effective. And no matter what you shape them, they will still have these unique angles and these unique corners and sparkle. And they will also do what? Be of higher value, just like what diamond stones are.
Thank you, Sami. And you found such beautiful words to express the main idea of the creative society. The main idea of the creative society is I for people, not people for me. And
absolutely,
this makes us to be creative, and this really changes our society for the better one. And today you described a very beautiful society, and you gave us a lot of understandings, and they are so precious to us because every understanding, every human being, every person giving his or her understanding, sharing with us how they envision creative society, it gives us more understanding about how should a creative society look like. Because without the opinion of every human being, this will not be the full picture of a creative society.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I have a last question to ask you today. Would you like to live in a creative society?
Would I love to live in a creative society?
Exactly. Would you love to live in a creative society?
My definition of a creative society is a society that its members strive to make you feel good, strive to make you laugh, strive to create that sense of humor in every aspect of their life. And guess what? I'm already living in this society. The organizations that I'm part of, the friends that I meet through many organizations, such as Toastmasters International, I hope you can share the link. The mentors that came across my life have made my society a creative and happy society. Today, as I remind you with what I said, the conversation I have with people either make me feel better about myself or make them feel better about themselves. That is a happy society. A few years ago, I felt lonely, broke, defecated. I felt lost completely. And I was found, supported, collected by people who belong to this creative society. I just didn't know how to name them. I didn't know there is a term called creative society. Today, after this interview, I look back at these people who made me who I am. And I said, now I know what this creative society is all about. I have been living among a creative society. I just didn't know I am. Now, you just told me that I'm already living in heaven on this earth. And I would love to spread the word. I would love to help you fly higher. And guys, keep it up. You are amazing audience and amazing hosts and amazing behind the scene crew as well. whom we are not seeing, but we see the effects of their performance. What else can I say? Yes, if this is what creative society, please apply for my residence visa over there. I want to move permanently, and give me a room there, a room in Zoom to stay there full time.
That's awesome. But for the moment, everyone can join the project Creative Society on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movements, because all of us, we are volunteers in this project. And to join this project, you need just to click a couple of times the red button on the web page, allatraunites.com. You click the red button, join. You can choose the language you speak, because there are different languages, and just you choose the way you want to help, you want to join this project. Maybe you can organize yourself such broadcasts, interviews, social surveys, or you want to make part of one of the teams in one of the countries, or you have ideas how to make this project more popular, more to inform people in the world about it. So there are so many
Absolutely. I'm
opportunities.
fully committed.
And we are very happy to see you today, and I think that our viewers really enjoyed our conversation today, and they got a lot of motivation, and they really became one step forward to the truth themselves and one step forward to the creative society as well. Thank you.
At least I hope I made them laugh.
For
Yes,
sure.
Sami, for sure. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation and joining our conversation today.
It's a pleasure.
And
Thank you for
also,
inviting me. Thank you for inviting me.
and also, can you imagine how the world will change and how wonderful it will be once each person in the world lives in such a creative society? Not just you or me or Alina, but all people in the world. It would be just amazing, probably.
Is this an additional question?
No. I'm just, it's rhetoric.
Absolutely. Look, we're having this conversation together, three of us. Okay, the audience are not there, pretending. But three of us are having this conversation in 1 hour, and look how much fun we are having. Just imagine if this conversation happens with billions. It happens in languages. It's between nations. Just imagine if people meeting each other for the first time, and they've already decided to respect each other before they even speak. And when they have a conflict, they decide to listen, and they decide to settle it, and they decide to maintain a bridge. Even if I don't agree with you, okay? I don't agree with you. I don't like this point about you, but I will still keep the bridge between me and you. At some point, either I'll change my mind or you will change your mind, but the bridge will always be there to help you cross. Destroying the bridge and fight and aggressively and either my way or the highway is not something that I would want to do, and none of us want to do. So this beautiful conversation we had over 1 hour, imagine it's something that is cascaded across the world in many languages: Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, all languages. How many people would at least decide to live happily? And allow me to say, how many people will decide to have more hope than disappointments in this life, more dreams than nightmares in this life, more achievements than failures and quitting and giving up on this life?
For sure.
And it's also because the real solid bridges are built from heart to heart, from soul to soul. And this is the key to their mutual respect and understanding. And we all, every human being, we have this understanding in our hearts. And we know initially how we should treat each other, how we should live.
Because you know what, Elena, remember this: religion, nationality, knowledge, culture, all are beneath the skin and can be different. But above the skin, but beneath the skin, all the same. Probably we have the same number of red cells and white cells and the same number of blood cells in general, but we are all the same. We have thousands of similarities and we have a lot of thoughts. My problems have always been everyone's problems. My anxiety has been everyone's anxiety. We are so much alike that we can't even believe we are one after all. We are one whether we like it or not. Now we can see you look different, I look different, and build on that. Or I can see you unique and I look unique and build on that. It's a choice that we made. And by the way, we made by practice. we made by having people like the people I have around me. It doesn't come overnight. I don't go and eat spicy dish and come to say these words. Sometimes I do, but I say different words. But the point is with the people around us and people like yourself, and this, I'm sure there were so many people like yourself that I would look forward to expose myself and meet them. We would together create that society that help us be successful and happy, or happy and successful, whatever comes first.
As a humanity, there everyone is happy. True. So much true. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And also, guys, for our dear viewers today, I would like to say that if you want to join, if you want to participate in live conversations, please send us your emails to the email that is written in the description. It is uae@allatraunites.com. And also you can participate in our conversations on Allatra Radio if, for example, you have no possibility to join the video chat. So you can also send your ideas about the Creative Society to the email, which is info@allatraunites.com. And for sure, share this broadcast in your social networks. Add 2 hashtags, which is hashtag Creative Society and hashtag allatraunites, and leave your comments below the video, and also join our 6 handshakes initiative, because the more people we ask, the more people will share their understandings, the faster we will be able to implement a creative society. So thank you very much, Sami. Thank you very much, Alina, and everyone who watched our live conversation today. And we'll see you soon on Allatra TV Middle East.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Sami. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Have a lovely evening. Bye.
You too. Have a lovely day. For some of you, depends on your time zone.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.